Hello and welcome. I'm Anna Barker, energy medicine practitioner. So if you'd like to work with me, you can find all the information in the description below. All right, so I wanted to talk to you today about chronic illness and fatigue. So many chronic illnesses have the symptom of fatigue with them. It's a little different to being tired. You can be wiped out and totally tired, but when you're dealing with illness, fatigue is a little bit different than just being exhausted. It's like something that just takes over your whole body, and just the simplest thing can be like running a marathon. Although that said, this meditation is also great for just being exhausted and tired and drained. So whether it's dealing with burnout and adrenal fatigue or some sort of chronic illness like I went through ME/CFS, which is myalgic encephalitis, chronic fatigue syndrome, and chronic fatigue syndrome is a bit of a misnomer because fatigue is not a syndrome, it's a symptom. So that's why they've started introducing myalgic encephalitis as sort of an infection in the brain as part of an alternative name. So, and fatigue shows up in all sorts of autoimmune issues, cancers, treatments, the treatments from cancers, anything really. But what is in common with fatigue is that there is a great depletion within the energy field as well. And there's like a difficulty of the body being able to absorb the energies from the environment that come and flow into us naturally, especially through the root chakra and within the inner layers of the energy field. It's almost like depends. Sometimes things can just be completely depleted. Sometimes the flow of life force coming in can be blocked, or it's being siphoned off elsewhere. So in the process of working with some of these practices, we're trying to help stimulate and rebuild and bring a bit more energy into the system and allow it to get distributed into other areas. So for this particular practice I want to share with you today, you need to be aware of, we have what is sometimes referred to as the hara line, the central channel. It runs from about, most distinctly, some of these energy systems kind of go infinitely, but where it is most dense and distinct is about 2 feet above the head, coming down through the center of the head, through the center of the 7th chakra. All the chakras connect into this central channel that runs mostly people consider it to be just in front of the spine. Some people feel the sense of it more in the spine, others more in front, but it generally runs down that central axis of the very center of the body and comes out at the perineum, which is the focus point for the root chakra. And then it also has, just to be aware of, we're not working with this quite so much, but a little bit, aspects at the base of the throat that run off across the shoulders and down the arms, and also at the base of the spine, across the hips and down the legs. So we want to work with this today to help bring in and reinforce a bit more energy within the system. Okay, so for this practice I also suggest that you be seated, because we want to get the feet flat on the floor. So if usually you do a bit of meditation cross-legged, just for today try something a little different with the feet on the floor. You can be lying down, but it is if that's what you need to do. But for the purpose of the visualization and working with the energy, it can be helpful to have a bit more of a vertical current going through the body and having the feet flat on the floor, but it's not an absolute necessity. And also you don't need to sit upright in perfect posture for this one if it's easier to sort of be leaned back and feel supported, because usually if you're struggling with fatigue or you're worn out, you just need a bit of being able to rest. So just work with a light awareness and sense of flow as we go through this process, not trying to concentrate too deeply or too hard or strongly on what we're doing. Just let the awareness be light, as though you're just reading a book. All right, so once you've got yourself set up and you're nice and comfortable, I just want you to become just aware of being seated or lying on the surface below you, just being aware of your body, the weight of your body, allowing yourself to just sink a little bit and relax into your own body and the surface below you. And as you do that, you can just start bringing your awareness into your breath. So I invite you, if you like, you feel more comfortable with these things, closing your eyes. But if that doesn't work for you, you're welcome to keep them open. So just allowing, as you feel that weight of your body, your awareness to be on your breath, being aware of the inhalation and the exhalation. You may become aware of the breath through the nostrils and the expansion and contraction of different areas of the body with your breath. Don't try and change it and control it, just let it be however it is right now. And you may notice as we continue to be aware of the breath, it does naturally slow down. But we don't want to kind of force that, or just if the breath is really fast, if you're noticing that you're actually coming in a bit of a stress response, just be aware of that and be with that. And being aware of that breath and being aware of what's going on can help soothe and calm the nervous system as well, when we're not trying to force change and just being with whatever is present. And if it's too much right now to be doing a process like this, you can always stop and come back later when it feels a bit more calm. So just being aware of your breath, and allow your awareness to fill up your whole body. So just being aware of your whole body. Because we want to involve the body in these processes. This is where our spirit dwells. This is what we experience life through. So we want to be engaged with the body in these processes. And then just gently bring your awareness down into the center of the chest, as though you're breathing in and out of this heart space, which connects into the heart chakra. And this is the energetic heart, the very center of the body. And this is considered to be sort of the center of the whole energy system. It's also the bridge between the physical material world and the spiritual world. And it's the space in which it is most easy for us to connect to the divinity we are, that connects with the divinity that exists and through all things, connects us to Source, to God. So as above, so below, as within, so without. That which the divinity that exists through everything, and therefore must exist within us. So connecting to your own spiritual essence within through this space. And we have a couple of options I want to work with through this meditation, whether we're going to work with, for you individually, what's best for you at this time to work with a beautiful, bright, clear, red energy. So just imagine, like, there's just in front of your heart space, is it just a ball, a sphere? It can be about the size of a basketball, of just beautiful, clear, bright, red energy. And red, this is considered the color frequency of a lot of the basic life force that feeds the body and nurtures the body and the systems, connecting with the blood and basic support life force. And as you do that, just notice a response in your body. Do you feel a little bit of being pulled towards this bright red ball, or a little bit of shifting away? And just notice what happens there. And then just let that go. You can imagine you're sort of just clearing your inner screen with maybe windshield wipers, or wiping it away, just letting it just simply just disappear and shift. And then I want you to imagine a beautiful white energy in front of you again. It may be about the shape, a sphere just in front of you, just in front of the chest, of beautiful white light, the shape of size and shape of a basketball. And then white contains all the colors and frequencies. So it has the red, the violets, the yellows, the golds, the oranges. It has everything within it. All is contained in the frequency of white. And just again, notice with your body Is it feeling a slight pulling towards this beautiful white energy, or a pushing away? And this just helps inform you. So whichever of these two that you feel most drawn to at this moment is probably what you want to work with in this process today. So white contains everything. So if the white, maybe you just need a bigger range of frequencies and colors to help fuel you and distribute and help re-energize your energy system. Or if you got the red, maybe that's what you most need. So just to be and let that go, wipe out that white sphere and just completely let that go. And just be aware of what is best for you to work with today. Then bring your awareness down into your root chakra. And so that's at that base of the spine, the area of the perineum. It doesn't have to be a perfect focus or anything, just being aware of that space. And then as though you were, and breathe into it, the same as though you were breathing into the heart space before. Breathe into this root chakra. Just becoming aware of this center of the body. Now, much of the primal life force vital energy we actually get through our connection with the earth. A lot of our electrical charge, our voltage is balanced in our connection with the earth. So we don't always, especially if this middle of winter, it's very difficult. We can't always get our feet to be connected with the bare earth, but we can still work with earth energies and create that connection energetically through these practices. So imagine though, imagine that line of energy from that central channel, that's all that goes all from that root base of the spine down into the earth. About 2 feet below is what's called the Earth Star, and that's where the line from the central channel and then the ones that come down the leg, they all converge at this Earth Star, and then that carries, which is connected to your energy field, which is integrated with the earth. And whether you're on the 7th floor or actually sitting outside on the earth, that is still 2 feet below your feet, and then it connects straight down into the earth, or you can imagine going all the way to the earth center and perhaps beyond, just seeing what feels right for you. So imagine in this time, as you inhale, you're breathing energy up from the earth. So if you felt that the red was best for you to work today, breathe in a beautiful, bright, clear red energy coming up. If white was there, breathe in a beautiful, clear, white energy coming up into that root chakra, bringing up vital, beautiful, bright, red energy. And then as you exhale, excess energy, stagnant energy, any discordant, murky, muddy energies is just released and breathed back down into the earth. To there, it just gets transmuted by the earth. So as you inhale, bring that beautiful, fresh, bright energy into that root space, and on the exhale, that which is no longer needed, dissipated, which is being dissolved, is sent back down. So you're having this exchange of energy and any excess. So just work with this, breathing that beautiful, either white or a beautiful clear red into that space. You may get a sense of murkiness in that root chakra that is slowly getting dissolved and dissipated. And we want to bring and clear and re-energize this root chakra. And then the next time you inhale, bringing it into the root chakra, and then as you exhale, allow that energy to flow across the hips and then down the legs and out the feet. So now inhaling, pulling up through the center, across the hips and down and out the feet. So just keep breathing this way. So as the excess energy and anything that needs to be released heads across the hips and down the legs, it's also clearing out these channels through the hips and down the legs. Because there's also minor chakras within the hips, within the knees, within the feet. So we're cleansing and clearing all of those out so we can begin to create nice, beautiful, clear energy channels for us to have an exchange with the earth energies, both through the legs and through the center channel. Because when there is a lot of fatigue and things like that, everything becomes very sluggish. The legs and sometimes can get kind of weak. There's not enough life force flowing through them. Okay, so for a moment maybe you just want to drop the awareness on the breath, and we're going to shift and reverse that direction. Now imagine that beautiful, bright, clear energy of red or white coming up through the feet, up the legs, up through the hips and into that center of the root chakra, and then whatever excess is just released and ground down. Whatever needs to be released, dissolved, any sort of stagnant, murky, dark, muddy energy just getting dissolved down into the earth. So breathing beautiful, clear, bright energy up through the hips, continuing to stimulate the energy centers, the energy flows, clearing everything out through those spaces, through the hips. And then whatever dissipates is released down the central channel from the root chakra. So just going with that, with your own breath and pace. And then just let that go. And then we're going to switch. And then we're going to switch to imagining this beautiful clear energy coming up all three. So inhaling up through the feet and up through that central channel into that root chakra. And then on the exhale, any excess is just released down through the root, through the center channel. So it comes up all three, and on the exhale is just whatever excess is going up is released down. And then on your next exhale, just know whatever needs to be released and grounded will go out through the grounding process. And then with the rest, on the exhale, you can guide upwards from that base. You can sort of imagine it going through the spine or up just in front of the spine, exhaling all the way up and out the top of the head. So doing that for a few breaths, inhaling all three into the base and exhaling through that central channel and all the way up to the top of the head. And just be aware as you breathe it up through that central column and out the top of the head, whatever needs to be will just be distributed in whatever direction, to whatever chakra or energy system within the physical bodies, the subtle bodies. Energy will just be distributed as it is and where it is needed. And whatever excesses will be grounded out through the root. The electrical charges within your body are being balanced. You're increasing the electricity in the body through bringing this energy up and through the earth and connecting through the earth, bringing a new voltage wherever it is needed. Energy has intelligence. It knows where to go. As you support and guide it, it can still do the rest. Okay, and then just let that go. Just notice how you feel. Just let the breath relax. And then just bring your awareness to about 2 feet above the head. This is sometimes called soul chakra or soul star, and connects into the divine source. Sometimes people like to imagine this as though a central sun, or it is a sun above the head. And we're just going to gently inhale, imagine beautiful. This time we're shifting to a golden, shimmery white light. I imagine flecks of gold and silver. It's going to flow down from that point, down through the top of the head, all the way down, out by the central channel at the base and down into the earth. You may find you need to inhale, pulling it down to the base, and then exhale when it reaches the base, and just allowing whatever it is needs to be released and cleared. Any excess as it goes down into the earth. I'm just going to do a few breaths like that. And it's mingling with the energy of just being bringing up from the earth. And then again, it's distributing in every direction that it needs to, through that central channel, going to whatever chakras, organ systems, anything like that, through the arms and the legs, as it needs to. Just let it guide its own intelligence as you inhale down from that point to the base, and then exhale, allowing any excess into the earth. And then just let that go. Bring your awareness back into your heart space. You may want to bring your hands in front of the chest in prayer position, or Anjali Mudra in yoga. And just allow the awareness to go, and just be aware of your energy system just being fully revitalized and re-energized, and just giving thanks to the heavens and to the earth for supporting you and giving you this energy, and just acknowledging yourself for taking the time to do this process, to work with your body, and give gratitude to Source. So just bringing it into a close, allowing everything, the awareness, to drop and dissipate, and just know that it will continue as with your intention for a little while to keep supporting you. May you find relief and re-energization from fatigue and chronic conditions. All my love. Thank you.